Welcome back to Comforting Cantrips. It's wonderful to see y'all, and let's get going. Starting off with our introductions, Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack Lantern Audio. I play Grimgore Wolf. Ugh, second time I've done that now. Muradin Ironhammer, market warding dwarf artificer. He's the little noble dwarf in the front, goggles on his head, and the annoyed look on his face.
Hello, I am Everything Audios, and I will be playing Tempest Evergreen. She is a wood elf sorcerer, the one with the long pink hair and the flowy blue skirt.
I'm Mento Audio. I play Nooks Evergreen. They are a wood elf warlock, and they are the one standing next to Tempest.
And I am the DM. I am Smallcog or Robin. I play everything else, and I am also playing Kel today because Zeta is unfortunately out. I forget what they're doing, but yeah. So I
Let's
will
just
be
say it's a Doctor Who marathon.
probably, but yeah. So I'll be playing Kel along with everyone else in the world because, yeah, that's the fun of being the DM. Alrighty, let us get started. Last time that we were playing, our wonderful adventurers braved the terrifying, convulsing, transforming city of Sigil, the city of doors and the city of secrets, trying to find a phone. Because that was the entire quest item for last week. As they were exploring the city of Sigil, they accidentally found themselves in the far realm by taking the wrong tunnel and found themselves in a twisting and turning tentacle space. Basically, everything was over the moon. After beating back some bad guys and eventually finding their phone again after making some deals with the devil, we have finally found our way back to the university. Their wonderful friend Draco, totally not someone who hates them and they hate back, and totally also not rip off Draco Malfoy, has been.
Screw J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, screw you, JK. So, he has found himself in a bit of a predicament. A book that he needs for a special ritual for a project from the principal is unfortunately stuck in the mournlands. After helping him pinpoint exactly where and what he was looking for, y'all have now been uh, kind of commandeered for a trip out to the mournlands. All right, let's get this session started. Draco is packing his stuff for the trip along with the rest of y'all, uh, throwing bags into the main room. The arcane lock on your shared safe has been taken off so you all can rummage through your stuff to get any special items you may need. Kel, for instance, grabs his spoon, and Draco grabs a few notes that he had taken. Bear seems to be more worried than usual. You can sense that he's not exactly happy to be going to the Mournlands, although um, none of you exactly are. For all of our new people to the stream, or for people who don't know much about Eberron, the Mournlands is kind of a nuclear magical radiation zone from the last war. No one's quite sure what caused the explosion of magic, and no one's really had enough time to do any digging into the Mournlands to find out, especially since the Mournlands is one of the most dangerous places in the world, maybe tied with the Demon Wastes. Alright. So, we are ready to go. What do you all do?
Well, Muradin who is a noble and whose family has been financing this. something of a regular occurrence, is mostly checking his armor, making sure it's the right model, and adjusting his weapons to make sure they all work appropriately.
Tempest has already talked to Raxathoth about everything. She already knows that partially her magic will be enough. So she's kind of just waiting on everyone else.
And Nooks is doing the same because they have the holy water and the sweater that their patrons adjusted. And so they're just kind of waiting with Tempest.
Alrighty.
I assume Tempest is also live streaming. Like, oh my god, guys, we're going to the magical wastelands, you know?
Um, I'd say that yeah, she's live streaming just a bit, but will probably stop because she just lost her phone. She's very protective of it. She does not want to get it lost.
Alrighty. Speaking of which, how did you explain to your followers that whole incident of your phone going missing and you stopped posting for like a day?
Well, first of all, they all assumed she was dead immediately. Um, Tempest always posts. So she just happened to, as dramatically as possible, explain the entire situation. But she bravely fought many things and managed to get back to her to her fan base.
All right. So speaking of your fan base, as you all are getting ready to go on the Sky Cab to Sky Coach to go to your bigger ship, the Sky Bus, as has been named by chat, to get all the way out to the mournlands. Well, first you're going to stop at Argonth, which I will explain in a minute. As you guys are going to said Sky Coach, you run into a bit of a memorial outside of the school.
Oh,
Do we know who it's for?
Uh, do you go to investigate it?
yes.
Yeah.
I
So as you all walk up to the memorial, you hear a poem being read in memory of this lost soul. It's truly touching and beautiful, and as you look at the pictures and all, you notice that they're all in memoriam of everything's character Tempest.
I would be very interested in what would happen if we alerted them to your presence, Tempest.
You know what? I think that may be something I'm going to do. She walks up immediately, making a presentation.
Like all the fans just start crying. You get splashed by some holy water as one of them thinks you're a ghost and or a demon.
She just basks in the holy water. It's just like, yes, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm here. I'm back from the dead.
Your
Praise
number
you.
is Tempest's character is everything's character like starting a cold here?
your number one fan, Avery, runs up and gives you a giant bear hug while she's sobbing uncontrollably.
I hug her back.
Avery is the president of your fan club, which is still fairly small, but has been growing fairly quickly as your live streams have been getting more popular since you've been doing adventuring live streams. Um, but Avery is just sobbing, like not letting you go.
It's okay, my child. I'm back. Everything is going to be okay.
But you were gone, and we thought you were dead.
I know, I know. For a moment there, I probably was. But it was with the help of my precious friends and classmates and one of the greatest substitute teachers we've ever had that I managed to come back to you.
I'm so happy. You hear in the background Draco just go, "What the fuck?" as he
I
walks in
matter
on
to
this
people.
whole thing and just goes, "Huh?"
I matter to people, Draco.
I get that, but why do they think you're dead?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I told you all my phone was important. No one wanted to listen to me.
You know what? Okay, cool. I'm getting on the Sky Coach. And Bear, who's lugging
Nook,
around a bunch of books for Draco, just kind of gives you a thumbs up before having to catch a few books he almost dropped, and then runs over to Sky Coach.
Nooks quickly follows suit. Kind of.
Burton goes, if you're quite finished here, we have a job to do. Or would you rather simply stay here and soak in all this attention while I and the rest accomplish something of import?
Right, okay. Um, my precious fans, I'm going on another adventure. I know, so soon after my departure, but I will be back. I will return to you, and I will have more information to live stream about.
You promise?
Oh, I promise. You're going to be okay. You are my number one fan, and I believe that you are strong enough to get through this.
Yeah, Avery faints.
Ha!
Avery's just on the ground. A few of the other fans give looks of "oh, not again," and go and grab her and start like getting her back to consciousness. Um, but this might be your one chance to run before Avery starts hugging you again.
I'm running.
Uh, DM, while everything is getting on the bus, wait, do I see? Am I already on the bus when everything gets on the
Mm-hmm.
coach or the car? Can I just like kind of not even look up from the book and be like, oh look, the queen's here?
Yeah.
Just sarcasm. And that's what I will do.
Hello,
Alrighty.
yes, I have arrived. We may leave.
Burton
Kel.
climbs aboard and says, huh, you're not even a second cousin to the reigning king, are you?
Kel looks at
What?
all of you and goes, "Wait, you're a queen?"
To
Don't
some,
ask.
yes.
At which point Kel sits down, still playing with his spoon. All right. Once you all are on the sky coach, it quickly takes off. A few fans give you waves and cheer you on as you fly your way out to the looming sky bus that is sitting just outside of town. Once you dock onto the sky bus, the captain of the sky bus looks at you and goes, "Ah, uh, where is the Iron Hammer?"
That would be me. Meriden raises his hand.
All right. Is everything here for your expedition?
Well, I can't speak for the rest, but I have everything I need.
Wonderful. Well, with your permission, we'll be taking off soon. We're trying to make good time before Argont moves again. We need its permission to send you out in the sky coach towards the Mournland.
You have my permission to leave as soon as you can.
Wonderful. You hear a few whistles and such, alerting that the skybus is moving as it starts to slowly move towards the Mournlands. You guys have a bit of downtime if you want to do anything before you get to the Mournlands. Um, a bit being like a few hours. So if you want to do anything before you get to the Mournlands, feel free to say so now.
Nooks will spend their time just probably reading.
All right.
Meriden will walk up and down on the deck, talking to the sailors, looking over the view, reminiscing a little about the last time he was out of the city as a young man. Not that recently, because that would be a session or two ago, but
I was about to say, reminiscing about a session ago.
when he was a yeah, a teenager, an apprentice
Ah,
smith,
back
learning to
before you
craft
hated your
all that.
father. Got it.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
Tempest is just taking pictures of the view and and uploading them.
Alrighty. Um, cool. Well, in that case, eventually you reach the Argonth. The Argonth is a floating fortress, almost built like a sky bus, but much heavily armored and doesn't tend to go more than about 20 or so feet off the ground, which looks from a distance like it's barely off the ground because of its massive size. The Argonth is one of the flying fortresses of the Breland. This one is the largest of all of them and is tasked with patrolling the Mournland barrier. As the Skybus makes its way towards the Argonth, it stops about 300 feet away from it, most of that just being above it, and sends down one of its sky coaches uh, talk to um, talk to it. Do any of you wish to be on that sky coach, or are you just staying on the sky bus?
Murden will drop by just in an official capacity since his family is paying for everything.
All right. Um, the captain and you and a few guards drop down to the Argonth. This is much more traditional than anything else. Radios have long made this practice obsolete, but it's mostly done as a sign of respect between the flying fortresses and the sky buses. Um, there's hands shaken, some words are relayed, but all of the actual important information was relayed over radio hours ago. As you make your way back, um, you you are told by the captain, all of you, he's gathered up you all, and he goes, all right, well, this is as far as the skybus can take you. If we get any closer, we risk attracting the attention of any flying creatures within the the mournlands, and we would prefer not to do that. So, a sky coach will be taking you the rest of the way. It will drop you off right outside of the barrier. We've been given a 13-minute window where we can drop you off, at which point we will have to wait for an indeterminable amount of time until we can drop you off again. Um, Besides that, he hands a flare gun to Ironhammer, and he goes, once you are safely outside of the Mournland after your expedition, send the flare up, and it will let the Argonth know to get you a sky coach. At which point you will rest within the Argonth until a sky bus can meet you.
Thank you, Captain.
All right. You have 3 days to do this. At that point, the Argonth will have moved too far away to notice your flare, so you do have a bit of a time crunch. But worst comes to worst, you're walking the rest of the way back to, uh, well, the capital of Sharn.
I'd prefer not to do that. So let's get this job done.
All right. Luckily, as per your plans of the expedition that your family sent me, the journey should only take a day of walking one way, so you'll have about a day there to do whatever you need to do.
Very good.
All right. This is where we part ways, Ironhammer and Expedition. I hope that you enjoyed your stay on the Skybus. Um, have a wonderful um, rest of your expedition. At which point he points you to a sky coach. This one is much more heavily armored than any of the ones that you have ridden in before. You're guessing this is an Argonth sky coach, not a one that would normally reside on one of these sky buses. But the inside is mostly the same as you're used to.
Thank you, Captain. We'll be back within 3 days.
Wonderful. Well, the captain doesn't really care. He's been paid for his part of the expedition, and it's very unlikely
Yeah.
he'll be the one picking you up. So,
Yeah, but Murden just wants to be courteous, you know?
fair. All right. So, speaking of sky coaches and moving and all of that, um, do any of you look outside of the windows as you approach the Mournland?
Nooks will.
Yes.
All right. Jack, I'm guessing that's a no from you.
Well, Murden will take a few glances, but mostly he's just getting ready.
All right. The Mournland Wall. All right. I just realized. I'm gonna send a picture to the group, so you all know what this looks like. Because I always forget to do this. There we are. A great wall of fog rests between you and the Mournland. This great, um, shifting wall of faces and screaming skulls, uh, marking the barrier between the Mournland and the rest of Eberron. It doesn't move that much, but when it does, it is a terrifying sight. And every once in a while, storms from inside the Mournland will reach the barrier and will cause tricklings of lightning and other such things to reach like tendrils out from the wall. Luckily, you are outside of one of those times, which is why you only have 30 minutes to land, because it's very dangerous to fly around the wall when that sort of thing is happening. But no matter what, as you get very, very close to landing, the windows shut automatically with a metal grate covering them for protection. The sky coach lands, allowing you to exit. You are ushered off very quickly. They don't want to stick around too long, and these sorts of drop offs are meant to be over and done with very soon.
Then we better get going.
Um, you are now standing in front of the Mournland. It's up to you what you do at this point.
Oh
Murden will turn to the others and say, All right, here we are. Does anyone have anything they need to do before we go in?
Not that I can think of.
Not
But
really.
do we just walk in?
Draco
I would
looks at the
approve.
rest of you and goes, well, according to my research, we walk in and hope we don't die.
Great.
The expeditions into the Mournland are very rare. The information I have is sparse. Sorry, it's the best I've got.
I'm very concerned about the fact the headmaster sent you in here, but, well, we'll get at that book. If anything happens, though, I will have questions with him.
You can be the one to feel free to take up questions with the one who runs the school that we currently are in. I will not be.
I'm a lot better off than you are. My family won't stand for anything happening to me.
Cool. They can argue with one of the top representatives of the Sharn Council. I'm not going to. Speaking of the Mournland Fog, who wants to go in first?
Well, I don't know. It's freaky, but not too freaky. I'll go first.
Cool. We won't be able to
Murden
hear
will
you from this side, so we'll just wait 10 seconds and follow after.
That seems like a horrible plan, but alright.
Nooks will follow after Tempest.
Alrighty. Tempest. After you cross the wall of fog, you enter into the mournland itself, a desolate, almost desert-like area. The first thing you notice is the just almost blanket of crystallized remains strewn across the floor of this desert-like place. It goes on for about what looks to be 100 feet before it starts to clear up to a more normal desert, um, if you could call any of this normal.
So there are just crystallized bodies everywhere.
Yes.
Can I try and see if any of them would be valuable?
Roll me an investigation check, I'm gonna say, to try and evaluate the value of the crystals.
Okay. Pretty sure my investigation is a +1. Give me 1 second.
Or
Yeah, it
Arcana.
is.
I'll take Arcana
Or
too.
Arcana. That's much better. Thank you. Oh no, that's a natural 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's not a high roll. So, yeah, you find a black crystal skull that you think is valuable.
Everything in my instincts is saying that this is valuable and I'm going to touch it.
Cool. All right. I need a Constitution save.
Yeah. That's a natural 1.
Wow, you are on a roll today. Um, take 11 points of necrotic damage
Okay.
as a bolt of black lightning-looking uh energy just arcs from the skull as you go to grab it.
Ow. Okay.
I would like to point out you rolled 2 1s.
In a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
There's a
actually
1 in 20 chance of rolling 1. And rolling 2 at the same time, that's 1 in 100. Or 0.25%
it's
that
very
that could happen.
impressive.
Which
Yeah.
dice god did you piss off?
I don't know, but I'm asking for forgiveness.
Whatever dice you rolled, maybe put that one in dice jail.
No, the thing is, I rolled 2 different dice.
Oh wow, yeah. So you just pissed off some god of luck. Have fun.
Am I able to go through next DM?
Yes, you see a very similar thing. You walk in just in time to watch the black lightning arc into, your sibling.
About that, am I able to ask my patron about that? Because it seems like something they may know something about. Because, my veins are turning black. That's black. Similar.
Your connection with your patron is weird here. Um, it's like staticky almost, as do not know what that is.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you right now.
There's no answer.
Okay. I'll just talk to them after we leave.
Alrighty, who goes in next?
Burden will go. He's the last PC on hand.
Alrighty. Bear, Draco, and Kel swiftly follow after. And yeah, The crystallized remains make it fairly hard to walk for the next 100 feet. So,
Did you touch something you weren't supposed to, Tempest?
To cast, I think it's Misty Step. Is that the right spell?
uh, sorry, what's happening?
I was asking if there's any possibility I can. Where is it? Do I have it? Hang
Cast.
on. Ignore me.
Okay. Um. So yeah.
So Muradin looks at Tempest and asks, "Well, you look disheveled. Did you touch something you weren't supposed to?"
Maybe.
Draco at
It's
this point goes,
tiny.
"Oh, I suggest not touching anything crystallized remnant type. They're probably charged with magical energy. It's just not a great idea."
Thank you, Draco. I
Back to what
definitely
I
haven't
was saying.
figured that out.
Am I able to cast Misty Step?
I mean, you can,
Or
but
is
that'll
the
only get you.
magic gonna fuck?
I mean, that's a first level spell that's only going to get you 30 feet, and you can't bring any party members along with you.
Yeah,
Then
you're
never
not
mind.
strong enough to carry any of us.
I thought Misty Step took me 50 feet for some reason.
Nope, it's a 30 feet spell. All right.
Yeah, you might be thinking of Dimension Door, but that's even further.
Close
So,
enough. They're all spells.
I need. So at this point, I am going to ask: are you guys trying to go at a normal pace, which will get you there in a day, or are you trying to like really force march yourself and get there earlier?
Well, Muradin is finding this questionable. He's voting for a force march.
Yeah,
Nux is doing this.
we only have 3 days. We can't spend one of them traveling.
All right. If you force march, you can bring it down to half a day, but I'll need a con save from everyone.
Well, I can do that.
Everything. Don't ruin the stress.
Wow, that's a natural 20.
Surprisingly, all three of your NPCs did really well.
That's an 11 from Nux. So.
I got a 9.
All right. Nooks and Tempest both suffer a level of exhaustion from the forced march.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what is that? Does that do any
Disadvantage
effect?
on attack rolls and skill checks.
Okay.
All right. As you make your way to the outskirts, well, your destination, which is on the outskirts of Metrol, the ancient capital of Caire, which is now the mournlands. The ancient capital is a dilapidated ruin of an ancient metropolis. Uh, Warforged colossi were once built uh, mere miles from here and were shown off in this very capital. Nowadays, the only remnants is a single one whose leg has been ripped off, who sits slumped against one of the great pillars of the city. Or, pillar is the wrong word, spire of the city. Your target, so where you're going, is about half a mile away from the walled city, but close enough that you can easily see the large expanse of the city on the horizon.
Hmm.
You guys stop about 200 feet away. You're going to want to take a long rest before you go into wherever this is.
I'm okay with that.
Yes. We'll get back at that exhaustion.
Um,
Yep.
at this point, I need to know who's taking watch and what the like watch schedule is going to look like.
Wait, DM. I know I get most of my stuff back on a short rest. Am I able to get my exhaustion levels back on a short rest, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I need a long rest.
This is a long rest.
Well,
Okay.
Mervin and the NPCs, they're all fine, so I suggest just Mervin, Cal, Bear, and Draco take watch in 2-hour shifts.
Okay. Um, who is going to be Bear? When is your watch going to be? First, second, third, or fourth shift?
Well, I'm not Bear.
Not Bear. Okay. Sorry, Muradin.
Mervin will go first since he's just ready to sit down and think for a bit before he goes to sleep.
All right. Um, you all set up your tents that you brought for this expedition. Tempest and Nooks, are you in one tent or two?
Two.
Okay,
Yeah, two.
understood. Murden, can I get a perception check from you?
Okay, I'm immediately worried about that. Oh wow, that's another nut 20.
Wonderful. You notice a uh, you notice a band of Warforged, um, scouting you out from about uh 400 feet away.
Hmm. Merlin will go over to Bear and wake him up.
Bear
And
wakes up, sends a few signs at you, just kind of. You recognize at least that they are questioning why the fuck did you wake me up? Since
my
Bear took
enormous
the last
friend,
shift.
my friend, I would not wake you up for just anything. There is a band of Warforged watching us at a distance away. I don't know what their intentions are, but I intend to speak with them. Get Draco and we'll go speak to them as a group.
Bear looks at you like you're crazy, wakes Draco up, who immediately says, I could have sworn I had at least 2 more hours. What do you all want?
We're being watched by Warforged in the area. I don't like the look of them, so you're going to come with me. We'll talk to them and present a united front.
Talk to them. We're going to talk to the Warforged.
They are machines, perhaps, but I've seen the spark of intelligence in their eyes. They
I know
can be
they're
so.
intelligent. Look, Warforged in the mournlands are not the Warforged that work in your daddy's factory. They are much crueler, much meaner, and are led by a guy who's literally named the Lord of Blades. So we're we're going to just increase watch and hope they don't attack us. Because there is not talking to the Warforged around here.
Well, maybe we can get the drop on them.
Aren't they watching us?
They are watching the camp. There's nothing that says we can't sneak around them.
Cool. You try that. I'm gonna get my rest and hope I'm not dead when I wake up.
Murden rolls his eyes and says, "Fine. I suppose you had best stay with him. Make sure he doesn't die," he says to Bear.
Bear gives you a few signs, which you don't understand because you don't speak TSL, but seems to be adamant on staying here.
Yes. I'll I'll see if I can get a closer look at them. Rest well, but keep one eye open.
Okay, what do you plan on doing?
So they're 400 feet away. Are there
Mm-hmm.
any notable terrain items in the area?
Desert, as much as you can see.
Well, even deserts have, rocky outcroppings and plants.
I would tell you this is a tundra of sand and dunes, and that's about it.
Okay, Murden will cast this sanctuary spell on himself and try to sneak towards their encampment.
Okay, roll stealth with disadvantage.
Indeed. That's a 15.
Okay, I need another perception check from you.
Hmm. That is a 14.
Yeah, before you notice it, three warforged pop out of the sands like they're in Dune, and you're surrounded.
Murden looks around them and says, hmm, I won't waste words on the likes of you. If you want to take my life, you'll have to fight me for it. And swings at the nearest warforged with a shocking grasp.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's 27.
Give me a second, I'm having to pull up their stats. All right. 27 to hit or 17?
27 because I rolled 19 and it's a +8.
All right, you hit.
And now 2d8. Funny thing, I rolled with advantage because they're metal. The other dice was a lot lower. That is 13.
Okay. Uh,
Bzz.
you zap one of them, um, and they look slightly uncomfortable. Um, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, so that's one miss. All right, so that's four hits against you
Ouch.
for 44 slashing damage. As the
Yeah,
three warforged just start laying into you.
yeah, okay. Hey, at this point, I'm not gonna risk any more of that. Let me pull my stats up here. Now just check my spells. I'll Okay, Murden's going to blast them away from him with Thunderwave.
Okay,
Level
what's the save?
spell. Constitution 16.
Okay, one succeeds, two succeed, And one fails, barely.
And then he's going to run like hell.
Alright, 2 get opportunity attacks because they did not get moved. 1 hit. 2 hits. 4. I just had these dice. Where'd I put them? There they are. For 13 points of slashing damage.
Ouch, but I am not dead yet.
Okay.
So I guess I'm running back to the camp.
Alright. Cool. You're at least 100 feet away, so this is gonna be fun. I don't know, an athletics check to run really, really fast.
Huh. Oh, I'm excited to make that. Oh, natural 20.
Wonderful. It'll only take you a turn to get back. You're dashing and you are really pushing yourself. Unfortunately for you, they have ranged weaponry, which include longbows made of crystallized bone.
Can I
And
cast a sanctuary spell so they have to make a wisdom save to actually attack me?
okay,
So I'll do this. It's wisdom 16.
well, luckily for you, only one made their wisdom save. But that is 10 points of damage as 2 arrows hit you in the back.
Ouch. I'm down to 1 single point.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. You're now back at the camp with.
Kind of just a. Sorry, DM, you can speak first. I just
No,
have an outside note.
um, what do you do?
Okay, first of all, I'm guessing they're within 60 feet.
They are still at the 100-foot range.
Okay, first I'm going to limp behind cover and then shout to wake everyone up.
Okay. Everyone is awake.
Ugh. They laid an ambush. Almost killed me. Ugh.
What happened? What's happening? Why did you wake us up?
Warforged.
Oh,
They're
so you did decide to piss them off. Great job. How many?
3.
Ah, cool. So you saw 3.
They popped out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. Cool. How far away are they?
100 feet last I checked.
Cool. Alright, everyone. Let's get in some cardio. Run! Towards the city. It's better cover.
Well, guess we're running.
Draco doesn't even grab any of his stuff outside of his literal basic adventuring pack, which has his, like, wand and everything in it, and his staff tied to the back, and he leaves the tent and everything else, and he just starts sprinting towards the city.
Yeah,
Nooks will only take their patron or their scimitar, and then it's running.
Mm-hmm. By the way, none of you have your armor on, for any of you who do have armor, unless you are the one person who was on watch. Just letting you know. Alright?
well, that won't be a problem for you, everything.
I don't have armor to begin with, but DM, would I have been able to sleep enough to where the my hit points returned?
No, this was first watch.
Great. Great. That's so good.
No hit points returned, exhaustion is still there. Yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
This is bad. Okay.
It is. It's very.
Welcome
We're gonna
to
die.
the mournlands.
Yeah, I can't imagine why they thought no one would want to come here.
Also, side note, since you said that, DM, my family is watching Jurassic Park in the other room, and hearing that occasional music while like someone's in combat, the best thing in the world.
Nice. All right. So yeah, I need acrobatics or athletics checks from everyone to sprint, like their life depends on it.
Cool. And we have disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Yeah. $13.
Is a 10.
12.
Cool. None of you are faster than the Warforged except for Kel, who is sprinting.
He's not even here to see it.
Kel's doing better than all of y'all, and Zeta's not even here.
And has -1 to Constitution.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Can we cast a spell?
Not if you're sprinting, because that takes your action.
Damn it. What's their movement like?
They're currently faster than you.
Yeah, but just in general.
I'm not gonna give you exact feet.
Well, like I want to cast a spell the next turn that's 60 feet range. Is it within that?
They're currently within that, yeah. But you aren't gonna be able to sprint that turn. So just make sure it's worth it.
I have 1 hit point at this stage, so guess not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Stopping to cast spells or do anything that requires an action is worth it if you can, like, almost guaranteed stop them or such other thing. But you're currently in a sprinting race and you don't want to lose.
All right, let's go again.
Yep. At this point, I need con checks from you because I already know how fast you guys are moving. I need con checks from all of you to, well, con saving throws from all of you to, you know, exhaustion from running.
That's a 7.
23.
Oh no. 9.
All right. Anyone who got below a 10, well, not 10, a 15, sorry.
Everything.
Which includes Bear, gets a level of exhaustion.
Damn.
Oh no.
Because you are sprinting a full half mile. And anyone who's tried to do that can tell you it sucks.
Okay, are we safe yet?
You are now
I'm looking at it now.
So you are now at the outskirts of the city, and you have one choice: either go in or run out into the desert somewhere.
No, we're going in.
All right. There's a broken down part of the wall, which you are easily able to climb over. The Warforged are 10 feet behind you at this point.
So everything. The second effect a level of exhaustion, now our speed is halved. That's all.
Oh, great.
This is really bad. I need everyone to make me stealth checks to literally just duck into a building as quickly as humanly possible to avoid their sight.
What stat do we use for that?
Stealth is dex.
Right.
I'm so pissed that I have to roll with disadvantage because I just got a nat 20 originally.
Oh my god.
I got a 5.
15.
I got a natural 1.
3 natural ones?
You're doing really well today. So Bear and luckily for everyone else, Bear and everything both rolled natural ones, so they have the attention of the Warforged.
Oh no.
everything you and Bear accidentally run towards an open street, which you thought was an alley, and are just in an open street, which is
I
really
thought you
not
were going to
good.
say they run into each other, you know, cartoon style.
Nope. Um,
Crash.
Also, fun fact, it's starting to actually go to nighttime. Just pointing that out. So you're in an open street at nighttime, and there's three Warforged right on your heels. What do you do?
Tempest is so tired. She's so tired, but I'm going to cast, even though I know I'm going to have to roll a d100, I'm going to cast False Life on myself at 2nd level,
Okay.
which is 1d4 plus 9 extra hit points. That's a 10. That's 10 additional hit points.
Oh,
Or
I thought
10
you said
temporary hit
10
points.
on the D100.
Yeah. Gonna roll that now.
By the way, oh, that's not the right type of Warforged. Dang.
Hey, so the double zero is,
That's
is what?
0, 0.
That's a
Mm.
hundred.
Oh,
Which does have its own thing. I just never thought y'all would roll one.
No, it's the double zero and then it's a 6. So I'm pretty sure it's just a
Oh, that's
6.
just a six. Oh, well, great.
Great.
Um, Constitution save from you as I get the random table.
This is also with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
oh.
I'm gonna die.
You think you've got problems?
That's a 14 for my constitution saving throw.
Good,
Okay.
good.
That's not enough.
Oh,
Luckily, I rolled low. That is 13 points of damage. Necrotic right into you from your
Great.
oh.
own spell backfiring.
Does it take the temporary hit points?
Nope. The spell does not finish casting.
Wait, hold on. So the spell didn't finish casting. I had 21 hit points. Hold on, I have to do math now.
You have 8, I think.
I had 21 hit points, and now the spell didn't finish casting, so it's 21 minus 13?
Mm-hmm. That's how
8.
8.
hit points work. Yep.
I have 8 hit points.
Also, I need you to roll me a d4 and tell me the outcome.
Oh boy.
Dear, have mercy.
I
It's a
mean, at
2.
least we'll have your memorial ready if you die.
Cool. And then I need to roll a d2.
I promised so many people that I would come back.
Cool. Yeah, you teleport 500 feet to the west, which is still in the city, thankfully. Um, you are now inside of a random building, and you teleported about 10 feet off the air, taking 5 falling damage.
Cool. I now have 3 hit points left.
Great. You did lose the Warforged.
Yeah, well,
You're
there's
also
that.
lost, but you lost the Warforged.
Ow.
Okay, can I cast a spell on them since they're out in the open?
You don't know where they are. All of you ducked into random buildings, and Bear, who is the only one left with Warforged on his tail, ran off into the middle of a street. None of you know what's going to happen to him. Only I do.
Oh.
Speaking of, give me 1 second. I'm just going to roll a few dice to determine some outcomes. Alrighty, somehow rolled two nat 20s, a 1 and a 15, and I won't tell you what that means.
Great. Thank you.
We're going to say goodbye to Bear,
This
aren't we?
Here. Yeah. We're gonna have another Lulu pulled on us.
Guess we won't need him in the art.
Yeah, we're thinking of adding Bear to the art, and we'll see how that goes. Um,
Isn't he supposed to become a god?
you can become a god after death. In fact, that's usually how it happens.
Yeah, but not this early, man.
Bear is gonna pull
We're
Lulu.
still the first-
For any of you who were there doing Descended Avernus.
I'm the only one who knows how these prophecies work, buddy. It's great. It's great being me. For the rest of you, you all are split up. So at this point, for the three people who are PCs, two of you are within relative distance of each other that you could find each other fairly easily, along with finding Draco fairly easily. So I just need a perception or investigation check to find your way back to each other.
Okay, investigation it is.
Do we get to roll, DM?
You'll
Is it just all of us?
everything. I'm gonna deal with you in a second.
Oh, great.
23.
9.
All right. And you need to roll for Draco. Nice. So you all find each other. Thankfully, well, more Draco and Muradin find you, because you get lost again.
Of course I do.
And you guys are able to find a relatively safe building to hole up in. As you start hearing animals and other creatures starting to come out now that it's nighttime, as Draco informs you, so the reason why we weren't going into the city at night, the city becomes crawling with mutated monsters. No one knows what types because no one survived long enough to tell us. In fact, the only reason we know is because of the sounds the city makes at night. Hopefully that will deal with the Warforged, but for now we need to find a building where we can lock ourselves in for the night and hope they don't break in.
Very well. And what
Can I
can
make
we
an
find?
investigation check to find a building?
It will be an
That we
investigation
can go.
check. Murden, what were you saying?
Very well. And the next time you want to come in here just to pick up a few books instead of investing in a library, you can hire some foolish mercenaries.
Next time I tell you not to interact with the Warforged, take my advice. At which point
That
you all can
investigation
roll.
check is an
What?
Yeah.
that investigation check for the building is an 11. Or is it
Okay.
not investigation?
Yeah. So,
25.
okay. You find a suitable enough building that only has one hole in the wall. Um, you guys get onto the second floor of it and bar the stairs going down. I'm just gonna say that you guys do because I don't want any more rolls happening with how much ones you guys have been rolling today.
Oh, I need all my hit points back, thanks.
So,
This cycle of the curse session.
yeah. So you three can take a long rest. That will get rid of one level of exhaustion for all of you that have any, and will give you back HP and that sort of thing. Now we're going to go over to everything. Everything.
Please.
Are you going to do investigating, or are you staying in your room?
That wholly depends. Are there any holes in the room?
No. Surprisingly, very few holes in the room. None big enough for you to fit through.
Okay, but what about anything else? That's my
Well,
main priority.
that's always up for debate on what we're talking about.
Okay.
The largest hole is about 2 feet wide.
Okay. I'm just gonna make camp here. I'm not moving. That
Cool.
There's nothing else for me to do.
All right. You hear terrifying sounds during the night. Um, oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, Kel's with you three.
Yeah.
Almost forgot Kel existed. Yeah, Kel's with you. Actually, no, Kel is not with you three. I'm gonna go with it. Kel's not with you three. Um,
So you're playing yourself and the DM? That's.
Look, I'm playing a lot of things. As I said at the beginning, I play everyone. Um, so on to our lovely little everything. You hear a giant something going throughout wherever you are in the night. Unless you go to investigate, you don't know what it is.
Um, no, no,
Whoa.
that sounds like a lot of nope. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay.
Cool. The three of you hear howling throughout the night, and hear various things moving around throughout the city. Um, but you mostly try to ignore it as you try to sleep. So yeah, so everyone gets a long rest.
Oh, yay! Are my
Congrats.
hit points back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? No. We're gonna do this the fun way. There is an alternate rule for healing during a long rest. Roll all of your hit die and heal that way. Since
I
you
hate you so much right now.
since you guys
ADM.
are in a very dangerous situation, I'm not gonna allow the normal you heal to full. Roll all of your hit die, add Constitution to every die that you roll, and that's how much you heal.
ADM.
The Nook is over here fine.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Go fuck
For
yourself.
now. The
Um.
DM's gonna turn the tables on me and I'm gonna die.
I mean that in the kindest way possible.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, this is a session I am totally willing to watch a TPK happen because I didn't cause this. So,
You know what? You're right. You didn't cause this. How do I access my hit die?
all right. So you have a number of hit die. You know how you add health when you level up? What
Yes.
type of die do you roll?
That's a good question that I'm.
You're a
Okay,
sorcerer,
hold on.
right? D6.
I'm a sorcerer, yeah.
D4.
No, D6. Uh, Actually, it might be a D8. You know what? Now I can't remember.
I typically don't roll the dice. I have mine on, like, it just automatically happens.
Um, 1 second.
And
Yeah, it's 1d6. Cool. So roll a d6 for every level you have. So you're level 5 or 6.
5d6.
Yep. So roll 5d6 plus 5 times your constitution modifier, and that's how much health you get back.
25.
You say times?
Yeah, 5 times your constitution modifier is added on to the amount of healing you get.
Okay. And 5 times my constitution, which is 2.
9.
So 10 plus whatever you roll.
6. Plus 34.
22. I get 22 hit points back.
All right. All right. So you got 22 hit points back. Murden, how many hit points did you get back?
59. Lucky me.
Nice. That's very good. Alrighty, so everyone has done their healing. So we'll start with everything. Everything. Now that it's daytime, do you want to do your exploring to try and figure out where the hell you are?
Yeah.
Cool. Uh, So you're on one of the spires, which you realize as you almost fall off as you open up a door you thought led into a room.
Oh, great.
You're on the west end of the city. You think you know where you came in from because you remember that part of the wall, but yeah, you're about 500 feet down and 500 feet to the east away from where you were.
All right. I don't really have a choice. Guess I'm gonna be walking for a while.
All right. I cannot wait to see the memes that Zeta creates on this one.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Well, I gave you a little precursor meme.
I know, I loved it. Um, so our wonderful friend Zeta, not Zeta, Kel, by the way, does find you guys the next morning, the three of you. Um, Says that he lodged up in some house a little ways away. The three of you, so the four of you, I need you to roll me an investigation check if you want to go look for Bear.
Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
23.
All right.
12.
23, 12,
16.
16. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So, uh, I need. So everything. You eventually find your way back. It's gonna take about an hour. And in that same amount of period of time, the rest of you find Bear. And miraculously, because I'm a nice DM, you all find each other. Unfortunately for you, Bear is missing an arm.
Oh no.
What?
Bear had a very unfortunate run-in with both the Warforged who were chasing him and a pack of mutated wargs who was in his way. Luckily, they started fighting each other, but unfortunately, the wargs took a very large bite out of Bear before he got away.
Poor bear.
Well, I'll be paying for him to get a prosthetic when we get back.
Mm-hmm. Um, Luckily, he has been able to bandage himself, so he's not actively bleeding out. But yeah, so Bear's down an arm and unfortunately uses a two-handed weapon, so he's not having a great day.
Well, I do have a warhammer he can use.
Isn't that two-handed?
No, it's versatile.
Ah, wonderful.
1d8 with one hand, 1d10 with two.
Cool. So Bear's gonna take that warhammer for
Yeah,
today.
and it's silvered, so if we run into any lycanthropes, just bear that in mind.
Wonderful. Alrighty, so you're all together again. Yay! And it's daytime, so the city isn't crawling with monsters. Yay!
Where is that book you were looking for?
The book, the one on the outside of town, about a half a mile from town.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this way. And he starts walking, very tired. By the way, for
Nooks
all of our
follows
Well,
people
too.
with two levels of exhaustion, just so you know, you still have one level of exhaustion because you only took one long rest.
I'm aware.
Cool. All right. So,
Silly.
um, it takes you another hour, hour and a half to finally get to where Draco wanted. You are standing outside of a half-buried crypt. And this is where we're going to take a quick break to get some food, let someone wash the dye out of their hair, and all around think about our choices. We'll be
I
back.
have to go
All
find
right.
snacks.
Alright, you stand in front of the half-buried crypt. Actually, real quick before we go into this wonderful half of the session, I just want to put out we are very close to our 50 follower goal, and once we hit that, we can not only get some chat emotes for our wonderful Twitch stream, but we can also start doing a bunch of other really cool stuff. And we have a few other really cool goals that we are kind of saving for once we hit that 50 follower goal. So for any of you that are not yet following us, if you could just drop a follow, that would be amazing. And for all of you that are, thank you so much for following. You really do help us out. Now, back to trying not to die. So, in the last half, you almost died quite a few times, and you have now landed yourself finally in front of the crypt. The yawning port, not the yawning portal tavern. The yawning portal of the door invites you in, stretching out into darkness beyond that welcomes you like a cold hand.
Let's get in there and get this over with.
Alrighty. All of you don't have your torches. Do you have a magical light?
I can create a magical light using a small, tiny object that creates light around it.
Wonderful.
And I have a hooded lantern, if that will do anything.
You have a what?
Hooded lantern?
That you grab before running?
It's always been in my inventory. I just think it came with when I built the character.
I don't think you have that anymore.
Did we not get all our stuff?
No, we were ready
you
for our
grabbed
lives.
like your armor and your weapon and ran.
Never mind, I'm dumb. Okay. I only grabbed my patrons, so.
Yeah.
And they can't help me.
Unfortunately, your patron is a shadow demon, not a light demon. It's actually the opposite of helpful at the moment, but you do have the magical source of light, so you are fine on that end.
Yeah, we'll just put it in a glass or something and carry it around. Little
Alrighty.
mini lantern.
So, as you enter this terrible crypt, you walk down the few flights of stairs to get to the actual main part of the crypt, and you see the great tomb lying in front of you. The coffin itself, a stone thing with latches on each side locked down to keep whatever is inside in. Draco turns to the rest of you and goes, Alright, book's in there. Should be buried with the dude. We just grab it and go.
Who's in that crypt, Draco?
As I said uh, before we left, that would be the wonderful King something or other. He was some old necromancer. I don't know.
Then
It,
why are you so scared of him?
because he has a book on how to raise things other than humanoids.
Well, if he's down here, then he can't be all that powerful. Must be dead.
Yes, speaking of, I need perception rolls from everyone.
Oh, joy.
And we still have disadvantage. Oh my gosh.
19.
12.
Hold on. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
13.
All right. You all hear a ghastly groan coming from behind you. Who disturbs my slumber? There is a wraith behind you. It is not happy.
Right at Draco and says, "Talk to him. Draco Shadowheart. This entire thing was his idea."
Draco looks at the wraith and looks at you and goes, "Wait, what? Uh, uh, hi, I'm a necromancer. I'm a new student. I'm trying to learn. I need your book. Can we have it, please?" And the wraith looks at you and Draco and all the rest of you and goes, "No. Prepare to die." So I need, initiative from everyone. Wraith is not in a
Okay.
talky mood, unfortunately. It's a very sad state of affairs.
Dang.
19.
Do our initiative rolls also have disadvantage?
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's a 9.
All right,
11.
cool. Uh, Bear or not Bear? Murden.
19.
All right, Murden, you get to go first.
Okay. By the way, is this guy subject to the same rule as us regarding spells being cast potentially blowing up in his face?
Yes. Anyone within this zone is.
I was just wondering if there was some kind of boss immunity or if you could become inoculated to it or something, but
I don't tend to give my bosses immunity to that sort of thing. It's less fun. So, nope.
okay.
He
I
can't
will
cast any necromancy spells out of his book without risking the blow up in his face.
okay. I will cast upon him I will cast Shatter.
All right.
That's a constitution saving throw of 16 and
Wonderful.
75 on the D100.
All right, you're fine. He fails.
Wonderful.
You said
Okay.
16 saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he fails.
So that's 3d8 points of damage, and any non-magical objects he has with him will take the same amount of damage. 8, 3, 6, 17 points of damage.
All right. A boom echoes out from where the shatter hits, and you see the undead form of the wraith, this ghostly form, shudder as the thunderous boom hits him. All right. Fun fact: all your silvered weapons work the same on a wraith as they would on a werewolf. It's great.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Wonderful.
so y'all should be fine because you still have your silvered weapons. Speaking of, Bear's gonna take a swing. Misses. But he gets two because this is. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
What?
All
And
right.
remember, it is a 1d8 weapon, so
Yep, it's 1d8, no longer his d12. That is sad, but it will work. Nice. A good 15 points of damage from his mace hitting the wraith in the face, which impacts with a nice crunk. Uh,
nice.
Now it's on to the wraith. The wraith waves his hand, and two specters fly out from the tombs around him that surround his coffin. And so there's now two specters and a wraith, and he then grabs uh, Tempest for some life drain.
Oh, great.
Wait, can you make a skill check to dodge this?
Nope. It's a melee attack.
Oh,
Okay,
Great, great.
I need a Constitution save.
oh boy.
Hey, if it's a melee attack, can I cast shield as a reaction?
Yeah, how much AC does that add?
It adds +5 to my AC, I believe.
Oh yeah, then he misses. So he goes to grab you, and the shield just pushes him back as it pushes out from your body,
Yes.
Woo!
which is good. This guy deals a shit ton of damage. Um,
Would I still have to roll the 100 if it was a reactive spell?
yes. I need that D100.
Great.
There are times you don't remind the DM of their own rule.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, now you are.
Oh my god.
What?
It's a 2.
Wow.
You and your big mouth.
This is a 100-sided die. How?
You know,
You pissed someone off bad.
the odds of you rolling that twice are fairly low. Congrats.
They're impossibly low.
You have been cursed by some dice god.
I'm cleansing my room after this session.
Oh shit.
What?
I need everyone to make me a dex save, including
Thank
the
you
monsters.
so much. Thank
I'm
you.
assuming with disadvantage.
Luckily,
exhaustion for
this
me and
backfire
everything.
does allow the spell to go through,
Oh, great.
so you
Well,
don't get hit.
Is
But
that still with? Is that still with disadvantage, Jim?
saves do not have disadvantage.
It's only
Okay.
skill checks and attack rolls.
That's a 16.
Okay.
you said a
19.
dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Nice. The DC is 15. So I think you all saved.
Yeah.
Cool. You just cast
Luckily.
a 5th level fireball centered on yourself. So I need to figure out how many D6 I need for this.
Oops.
And that's how we lose Tempest.
Probably.
Well, if we made the saving throw, then I guess that means it's half damage.
Yeah, which is really good. So it's an extra 2d6
Oh, I thought it
added onto
meant
the
it was
8d6. So I
centered
need
on
10d6.
Tempest.
You need 10 d6. Note to
Well,
self, stop using magic.
you know, you should have been fine, but you have shit luck.
What?
Oh,
What
I
is
just have to
this?
roll like above a 10. It'll be fine.
Okay, when the DM forgets something like this, do not remind them, please.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
not
know
a
they'd forgotten.
So a 32 points of damage to anyone who failed. So that's 16 to anyone who succeeded. That
Well,
outright kills both the specters who got to come into this world, give a little ooh, and then got blown to shit by, a 5th level fireball.
ah,
Well, there goes my plans to use my spells.
hey,
Uh,
I rolled just fine. I just used a spell.
So
Wait,
yeah, so
hold on.
that's
I did
16
math
damage
wrong.
to the 3 of you. Uh,
I had 25 health and 16 subtracted. Okay, 9 points. Cool.
Draco's unconscious
Oh no!
because he
Oh,
failed
what a
his
shame.
save. And 32 damage to our lovely Wraith. Oh, he's still alive.
Wow.
DM.
He's not doing good, but he's still alive.
Just
DM.
leave him there for now.
Yeah?
So I know that the fireball wasn't technically cast by me on purpose, but it was also kind of cast by me.
What do you
If
want to
I
do?
If I if I used one of my sorcerer's points to use careful spell so
Nope.
that it doesn't
Nope.
okay.
Too late.
Does not
So I'm
work.
assuming it's my turn,
Uh-huh.
initiative-wise?
Yeah.
Or... I will just attack with my scimitar without any fancy spells.
Cool. You do have disadvantage.
Alright. That is a 10.
That is a fail.
Wow, you two really are bad at this.
Hey, I have disadvantage. It's not my fault. I originally rolled 19.
That wasn't even my turn.
So, we now go on to our wonderful Draco who's unconscious. He needs to make a death save. So that's 2 failed death saves.
Did you roll a natural one?
So Draco's 1 death save away from dead.
DM, please.
This is all gonna be for naught if Draco's just straight up dead. I just want to remind y'all of that.
My god,
Oh,
the
very
emotions that this session is gonna bring.
Hell.
Oh, but yeah,
Please.
Kel is alive. Kel does not cast a healing spell, surprisingly. Kel is gonna cast Cone of Cold.
There had better not be any of us in the path of that cone.
Nope. Kel is focusing it on the Wraith, and he can easily get that. Wraith easily fails that save. And it's dead!
Oh, sweet.
Wow, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Okay, sorry, a bit more climactic. Kel puts their hands forward, and a giant just cone of pure Arctic frost comes out from their hand, engulfing the entire tomb in this shivering cold, but specifically turning the Wraith into an ice statue.
Thank you, that is so much better.
You're welcome. So yeah, Wraith's now an ice statue. Kel's no, Kel's not unconscious. Draco's unconscious.
Okay, Muradin is very annoyed, but he doesn't want this to be a total bust up, so I will cast Cure Wounds as a second level spell against my better judgment.
All right. How many health does Draco get back?
Gonna roll for that now. 15 hit points.
Wonderful. All right. So Draco is back barely. And Draco just looks around and goes, "Why did it get so cold?"
Muradin points to Kel. Ask him, or just ask the Wraith before he melts away, literally. Now get your book.
Oh, yep. Bear, can you break the locks? Bear gives a nod and just smashes each of the locks with the warhammer. At which point Draco and Bear just kind of shove off the tomb's lid, and Draco goes, "All right," and he picks up a book from. He picks up a book. It's got a platinum cover. Skulls are painted on the inside in a very stylized art form. And he flips through it and goes, "Yes! Alright. Book is here. And he picks up a necklace. We got an extra treasure. I don't know what it does."
Kel, could you take a look at that, please?
Kel looks at you and goes, I don't know what it is.
Perhaps, but as a bard, you must be acquainted with the lore of such magical items. Maybe you have a spell or some such to check it.
I do not have identify, buddy.
Right. Can we take an investigation check to know what it does?
Arcana.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have +8 to Arcana.
Arcana.
27.
12.
All right. 27 and 12.
Yep, that's from
Yeah.
me.
All right. This is, if I remember the names of my magic items correct, a necklace of planes or an amulet of planes.
Oh, what does it do?
What does it do? That's what I was about to ask. Because
1 second. Just need to pull up my DMG and also make sure I have the right name.
I don't feel like looking through my DMG for it.
Uh, all right. I'm not gonna be able to find it there quickly, so give me one.
I
So
found it.
okay, cool.
While wearing this amulet, you can use an action to name a location you are familiar with on another plane of existence. Make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you cast the plane shift spell, which teleports you and up to 8 willing creatures to another plane. Well, you have to specify where you're going, so I guess that's that. If you fail, you and each creature and object within 15 feet of you travel to a random destination. Roll a d100. On a 1 to 60, you travel to a random location on the plane you named. And on a 61 to 100, you travel to a randomly determined plane of existence. Wow.
Fun.
That actually sounds pretty cool. I kind of want it.
It is a very
I
cool
do,
item.
but hang on 2 seconds.
Yeah, I can't imagine why we would be finding that, but let's keep it. Lord knows the guy in there is not going to need it anymore.
All right. So, uh, you have claimed the book and the amulet. Congrats! You didn't die. You
Just
got
our
very
luck.
close, but you didn't die.
Keyword is yet.
Yeah, yes, yet.
We didn't die yet.
All right.
Okay, how long do we have to get back out there?
Well, you still have a day, um, and a half before the Argonth is gonna be out of range to see you, and you'll have to walk
Well,
back.
then let's travel there slowly and take a day.
Cool. So traveling at a normal pace. All right. As you all are traveling through the mournlands, the shifting desert, I need a perception check.
Oh, wonderful. I swear to God, if there's another band of Warforged, I'm gonna punch somebody.
11.
5.
Oh my god, I. Hold on. Sorry.
16.
I lied. That's 10.
Okay. Um, so none of you notice until you're standing on it and you hear the metal clank, and it moves. Uh, you're standing on a Warforged Colossi,
Oh no.
which is fine until it starts moving, and its arms start trying to stand it up.
Is it going to attack us?
Well, we should run.
It's not attacking you at the moment.
Then let's
And
just walk away slowly.
you hear in a robotic
That would be
voice,
the best option.
What is causing malfunction? Who is on top of me?"
We're just
Don't say
random
anything and walk away.
trying to get out of this place alive. We don't want trouble.
Error code 167 activate. I need a dex check from everyone.
Great.
I
I
hate you
said,
so much.
just be quiet, walk away, but
It was going to do that anyway. 15.
18.
9.
Okay, everyone except for everything's character Tempest, you jump off of it before it tries to stand up. At which point first off, you notice it has, you know, only one leg, and one of its arms isn't actually attached. It's just on to the side. Um, and it doesn't quite fully get up, but unfortunately, it gets up enough to knock Tempest off and slightly, knock her around a bit. You take
Can I
5 points
cast
of bludgeoning
Featherfall so
damage.
she didn't take damage?
What?
Can I cast Featherfall on her?
She's still gonna take damage from getting kind of tossed around by, the arms and legs going
Yeah, but
flying.
yeah,
So
but at least it won't take impact damage.
you can still take
You know,
impact
yeah.
damage from getting hit if you have feather fall on you.
Look, I just mean from landing on the ground, okay? I assume it's from a height up.
You're not. You're only about, 5 feet off the what you think is the ground, and it's sand. She's not actually gonna take any falling damage.
Okay. Forget it.
Um, but yeah, so you get knocked around by some arms going flailing and land on your ass in the sand.
I hate this place. Can we please leave?
Yeah,
Sure. The Warforged is too engrossed in trying to figure out how to get its arm back on to actually chase after you or even really notice you again at this point. So, yeah. After about another half a day, you do finally get to the wall of fog.
Erden goes right through the wall, raises his arm to the sky, and fires the flare gun.
Cool. All right. You all made it out of the Mournland. Congrats. You're one of like 20 expeditions that has done so
Great.
out of the like
Yeah,
100 that have been sent.
I would feel better about that if this hadn't been such a total balls up.
It happens. All right. It takes about 15 minutes, but your sky coach eventually lands, and you see a military-looking Breelander who ushers you on quickly so they can get you back to the Argonth.
Yeah,
Um, if you pay the 50 gold, they can get Bear a prosthetic.
Burden will pay for this. He feels a little personally responsible.
Cool. Bear now has a new prosthetic. It's fairly bland at the moment, but Bear seems to be excited to make it look his own. That being said, he is having trouble signing with the new prosthetic, so he's gonna have a little bit of trouble communicating with y'all for a little while, but it's better than having only one arm.
Yeah,
At this point, um, You all are bunked into one bunk room. It's gonna be about a few days before a sky bus is gonna come by to grab you. For now, you're just kind of hanging out on the Argonth, the floating fortress.
Yeah, I guess Muradin will wander around and just try to forget everything that happened in the mournlands,
Cool.
at least for a while.
Fair. All right.
Yep.
You get to the first night. Wonderful. Uh, Tempest.
Yo.
You get woken up in the middle of the night.
I'm getting really tired of this.
Something just doesn't feel right. Like you know that feeling you get sometimes where you just feel like you're being watched and like you really don't want to be watched by whatever is watching you.
Yes.
Yeah, you get that feeling.
Okay. Um, Tempest, has she been asleep long enough to have a long rest?
Oh yeah, you've had enough time to get a long rest. I'm not gonna make you keep an entire level of exhaustion. That much of a mean DM.
I was just asking to see how how upset she was going to be by this. Um, she gets up very slowly, just like sits on the edge. It's only one room, right?
Yeah. But the door to the hallway is open.
Are the rest of us asleep?
Yeah, y'all are knocked out cold.
She's gonna go to the door very quietly. Try and see if she can see anything.
All right. Make me a perception check.
Without disadvantage for the first time this session.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how long you've been rolling with disadvantage.
15.
All right. You notice a grin and two piercing yellow eyes down the hallway.
The Cheshire Cat.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know how that
Um,
translates to D&D.
you get a cold shiver up your spine looking at them.
Okay, can I determine if it's a ghost or if it's like
It's at
this
least 20
person?
feet down the hallway. You need to get a little closer to figure out what the heck you're looking at.
Do I want to get closer to this thing? I'm gonna wake up Draco.
No, you're not. Draco gives you the fucking middle finger when you try to wake him up. He goes back to sleep. You could literally be stopping him from getting killed and he will sleep.
Draco, you son of a bitch. The one time I actually need you to wake up.
The one time your necromancer could be helpful and he's just like, no, fuck you, I need a good night's sleep.
Fine. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can see what that thing is.
You're gonna get a little closer.
I'm gonna get a little closer.
The hallway is incredibly dark, like suffocatingly dark. You have to
Is it
kind of,
magic dark or dark vision dark?
uh, suffocatingly dark. If you have
Okay.
dark vision, it's not working.
Oh no.
You're having to run your hands along the wall to keep yourself from tripping or from, getting mixed up.
Okay.
You hear in the back of your head, lock the door, blow out the light. The hungry haunts the night.
Nope. She's gonna turn back around, go into the room, lock the door, and just go back to sleep. No.
So you turn around to just get back in there, and you run into one of the nightly guards, who goes, "What the?" Uh,
Hello.
he's holding a lantern, and you notice all of a sudden that everything's a bit more well lit, and he goes, "Yes, what do you want?"
You, um, DM, would I have recognized that voice as something helpful, or it's just a random voice in the back of my head?
You don't recognize it.
Hmm. Creepy things are happening. I'd suggest you turn out that lantern.
He looks around and goes, "What type of creepy things are we talking about, ma'am? We're next to the mournland. I'm not surprised. I just need details."
Listen, I just had something very strange whisper to me in the back of my head in rhyme. I don't know about you, but that seems like a pretty bad omen. So what I'm going to do is go back into my room and lock the door. It said to turn off the lights. You can do with that what you will.
Ah, yes, because the best advice is listening to the creepy voice in the back of your head. I'll be fine. Uh, feel free to
He's
lock
gonna
your
die,
door.
isn't he?
Have a good night, ma'am.
Okay.
At which point he continues walking down the hallway.
Tempest is going to go. She's gonna go back to the room.
The room's still dark. Once you get outside the lantern light, I mean, dark vision's seeable dark, but it's still dark. There's no lights
Okay.
on.
I assume I still have that light from the rock, though, so
So you have a
I would,
little night light, basically.
yeah.
The rock only goes out to about 10 feet, so yeah, you basically have a night light.
I'm gonna wake up Nooks.
What do you want?
Okay, listen, I know it's the middle of the night, but really creepy shit is happening. And I don't know, your patron's shadowy and weird. I just thought that they'd know something about whatever is going on.
Without saying anything, can I very silly, like not very silly, but just kind of pull out my patron and try to communicate with it about what the fuck is going on?
Old magic is present. I can taste it.
So what should we do?
Lock your doors. Remember this rhyme. Lock the door, blow out the light. The hungry haunts the night. Hide and tremble, little one. The wants to have some fun.
Okay.
Every time it sounds like he wants to say what it is, you just hear a bit of static.
That
Pointing this, I'm just pointing this out. Why is the creature that wants to kill us in my patron's voice the exact same voice? That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna go
Unless the
lock the
DM just ran out
doors.
of voices.
Okay, to be fair, I can only do so many creepy voices in the back of your head, but give me a perception check.
Can we both do it?
Nope, just them.
You're gonna die. um, that is a 15.
Cool. You go to look at what at your patron, just kind of confused. Um, you're not holding anything. Your patron's gone. It's not where it usually is, at the side of your bed.
Suspicious. I would
The
say.
betrayal. It's this probably means that my patron is the one that's haunting us, which is fun. But I
Okay.
feel betrayed.
But he's saying to lock the doors. Do we listen to it and lock the doors?
Oh, by the way, you hear a thud from outside.
I'm locking the doors.
Yes.
Okay, perception check to see down the hallway as you lock the door, because you do have to grab the door that's sticking out into the hallway a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna take a little peek at
10. Oh.
God, I can't roll for
I'm
anything
no longer
today.
gonna be able to be a warlock.
That's a 12.
Cool. You see blood, trickling towards the door, like it's bleeding from something, but you can't see what it's bleeding from, and you lock the door too quickly to be able to see what it is.
Okay, I wake up Murden and Kel.
Kel's not there.
Huh?
Oh boy. What is
The
this?
fuck is going on?
Okay, so I wake up Murden and then try again to wake up Draco.
Draco goes, I swear to fucking God, what the fuck do you
No.
want?
No, listen. Something really bad is happening. You need to wake up.
Is it going to kill me?
Potentially.
Yes.
Good. I'm going back to sleep. And
Oh
he
my
goes
God.
back to
That's
sleep.
so useless.
Okay, Bird is going to go over to him and push him out of the bed.
Ah! Okay, fine, fine. What the fuck do you need? Do you need skeletons? And he waves his hand, and his pile of bones that he keeps in his backpack forms into a skeleton. There you go, skeleton. Do you need spooky necromancy magic? I can grab the book. What the fuck do you want from me?
Shut up, okay? Someone is literally dead on the other side of our door, a few
My
feet.
patron is gone.
And Kel is gone
as well.
too.
Fuck, he was the only one I liked. Alright. And Bear gives him a look, at which point he goes, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those four.
And we're here because of you, Necromancer. Don't forget that.
Okay, what happened? Fill me in.
So I was woken up because I felt this weird presence. I don't know. And then I went to investigate and it was pitch black and I have dark vision, so not natural. I heard this creepy voice in the back of my head saying this rhyme about locking the doors and that the hungry one stalks at night or something similar to that. And I came back in here, ran into a guard, pretty sure he's the one who's dead now, and woke up Nooks. I don't know. Things are happening. Bad things are happening.
Then
My patron's gone missing. Hell was missing.
Okay.
Things are happening.
Okay. Okay. Skeleton, go check out whatever. No, actually, let's not open the door. What do you want from me? I cast elf spooky
Answer.
stuff. I don't fucking. I'm not
There's a dead man.
Do you want me? You know, I can speak to him if you can get the body.
I'll
Okay.
go out there and get it.
Okay.
So Muradin opens the door, walks out, and
Wait.
goes looking for the body.
You open the door. The man with the lantern looks at you and goes, "Oh, about to knock. Ma'am, I didn't see anything out here. Not sure what you want.
Well, am I able to say something to the guard DM?
I need a perception check from all of you, but tell me what you want to say."
I was going to mention that things are missing.
I was gonna check
Like
and
a
see if
people.
blood was still there.
Like a
That's
whole
an
person is
18.
missing.
That's an 18.
Okay, perception.
You won't believe it, but it's a natural 1.
Oh
A
my
19.
god!
A 19.
Okay, so everyone but everything notices that The guard's shoes are bloody and he's tracking blood.
What
Everything, you're
happened?
too freaked out.
I'm honestly now almost 100% sure this has something to do with my patron. You know, just pitch black, and it has the same voice as my patron. I'm trying.
I promise
The
it
voice
sounds slightly different. I'm just out of voices at the moment.
Okay,
Well,
Murden
it
asks.
was either my patron or Kel because they're both missing.
At this point, the guard looks at you and goes, "What's wrong? What is
There's
it now?"
blood on your shoes if you didn't notice.
I'm always so forgetful. At which point, the guard breaks out into what is far too big of a smile for any human to be able to physically do. His eyes turn a bit yellow, and he disappears.
Lock the door.
That was the thing I
Lock
saw. We should really lock the doors.
Yeah,
Murden
lock the door
slams the door
now.
shut and casts arcane lock on it.
All right. You all hear in the back of your mind. Hear it scratching on the door. See its shadow cross the floor. The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the smile. And once again, right before smile, you hear that scratching sound whenever the rhyme tries to say the creature's name.
You're dead.
Also, your light rock goes out.
Oh, great.
At which point, Bear, the only one who I think doesn't have dark vision, is just screaming.
Am I able to communicate with my patron if I don't have it with me?
No, your patron specifically needs you to have it.
Okay.
Would I be able to contact Raxathoth?
You would need to take some time to meditate if you're willing to.
I'm willing to do that, because this is terrifying.
Honestly.
Is anyone gonna comfort Bear? Actually, you know what?
Nooks will.
Draco will comfort Bear.
Nooks will as
He's in the same house as him. They're, I wouldn't even say best friends, just close. So
Cool. So everyone except for the one who's meditating is going over and giving Bear a hug, trying to keep him from crying. Um. Uh. Sure. As you meditate, um, you get in contact with Raxathoth. What is it, my child?
Oh, I need help. I tell him everything that's happened in the last 5 minutes.
That sounds terrifying, child. How do you
It
feel?
was. Not good? Do you have any advice?
Yes, of course I do. Lock the door, blow out the lights. The hungry one haunts the night. Hide and tremble, little one. They want to have some fun. You see Raxathoth break out into that same smile, and your entire Raxathoth's entire domain just starts to drip with blood.
Leaving! Leaving! Leaving the domain.
I'm getting very tired of this.
Draco is desperately summoning as many skeletons as he can. At this point, there's 5 skeletons surrounding y'all. Um, again, you just start hearing the rhyme over and over. Every once in a while, it'll just be that crackle. Sometimes it'll replace it with words that make more sense. Um, but you never quite catch the name.
Would I be able to cast sending just to, like, tell it to stop?
I mean, you can always scream.
What do you
Sure,
want
you know
from
what?
us?
I'm going to do that.
At which point the entire place is dark, dark, as in dark vision doesn't work dark. Which Draco
Draco's
now is the
already
one
done work
screaming. And you see the two eyes and the smile. And it goes,
Nope.
well, I think I've savored your fear enough. Time to end this. At which point the smile and the eyes disappear. And I need initiative from everyone.
Okay.
None of you
I
can
mean,
see, by the way. You are all kind of at the moment permanently blind, which means disadvantage on attack rolls and anything requiring sight.
That's a
I don't know
14.
about you guys, but I am so tired of this
Oh,
thing.
I'm having a
So,
panic attack.
maybe
This is
just slightly
terrifying.
important thing. I can't attack really well because I don't have my scimitar. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Can you at least cast spells?
Not normally. Can I? I normally cast them out of my scimitar.
Oh yeah, no, you're fucked. You have no spells, you have no nothing.
Except
I
for the
mean, I
locket.
have a hand axe and a spear, but those only do 1d6 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You also have your locket.
Yeah, I can protect myself.
Impressive.
Wait, that
I
locket.
can't do
What?
damage.
The locket
Wait,
has
that
this.
family of planes is. Do we still have that to hand?
It's in one of your bags.
Oh wait, no.
None of you had
Never
attuned
mind.
to
I
it yet,
can
so
still
none of
save
you are
attack.
wearing it yet. So it's just in a bag, and without the ability to see, you're gonna have to find it.
I have my staff of frost. I forgot about that.
Oh right, yeah, you do have
So
a staff of frost.
I'm not entirely fucked.
So, what are our initiative numbers?
I got 17.
18.
All right. Sorry, Peyton, what was yours? You kind of cut out a little.
14.
Cool. All right. So the creature gets to go first.
So annoying.
I need a save from all of y'all for Cone of Cold.
What is that?
Hey, Tempest, I struggle
That
with
is a
one thing.
natural 20.
Wow.
That is a natural 20.
It's a con saving throw, by the way, just so you all know.
Thank you.
Good. 18.
19.
That's a natural 20 plus my con saving throw. That's 22.
Cool. You all succeed, so you take half damage. Yes. All right.
How many points damage is that?
That is halved 4d8. Because it's usually 8d8, but we're just going to do the halved the easy way. Wow, I rolled bad. 10 points of cold damage as all of a sudden you all feel freezing cold and frostbite and icicles start to inch their way up your arms.
Burden is at peace with that. So I guess that's well is yeah. The next initiative I heard was 18 for Tempest, so are they next?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is terrifying, but that's okay. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Okay.
I'm going to use Quicken Spell, so that's 2 sorcery points used. And I'm going to cast Sending to call for help. So I think that sending a creature with which you are familiar. So
Did we meet the person in charge of security?
No.
Well, Did we meet anyone of significance on the fortress?
You met the captain.
I don't trust anyone on this ship. I was gonna call for help from either like the principal. I don't know if he counts or
You could
Rolled
send it to the
or
principal.
Dave. I trust Dave.
He is
Same.
not on the same plane at the moment.
Sending doesn't it goes throughout the planes.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, I forgot sending a message. That's the difference.
Okay. The message can only be 25 words or less, so
So
What do
get
you
a
say?
word counter.
haunted by creepy smile demon stuck in what is the place we're called?
Uh, Argonth.
Argonth. Please help.
Okay. Can they
That's all I
reply?
heard them. They can.
You hear a reply. "Oh, a bit busy sending help as I can. Uh,
DM, random question. How big is the space we're in?
it's about 20 feet by 10 foot.
Great. Almost and basically none of the Staff of Frost spells are bigger than that range, so I can't cast anything from that without hitting someone else. So I'm fucked.
Do you have single target spells?
I don't have my scimitar. I can't cast spells. Except for the Staff of Frost, which all those spells are bigger than 20 feet.
Then I guess you better run and hide.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have Melf's minute meteors just kind of floating around me.
All right. So next, I believe that is
17,
Murden.
so would this creature be in front of me?
You don't know.
Like, I just need to know because I have no idea whether to cast a spell or swing into the darkness or what.
It's complete darkness. You don't know. The smile was last in front of you, but that's about the best you have.
Okay. I find that very annoying, but okay. To avoid causing too much damage, I will throw a large. So what's this Argonth made of exactly?
Some form of metal.
Is it flammable?
No.
Good, because I didn't want to burn the whole place down. I will cast Create Bonfire in front of me, in a general assumption that it's in front of me.
Okay. So you cast Create
Yep.
Bonfire. The darkness spell
Yeah.
makes it so the light is immediately snuffed, but so there's now a lit bonfire none of you can see in front of you.
By the way, if it moves inside that box, it has to take a dexterity saving throw of 16 or suffer 2d8 damage.
Okay. I will take care of that. Who is next? That would be Nooks.
Seeming as I'm basically completely fucked, can I try to, like, you know how you throw axes? Like, axe throwing?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I have a hand axe. Can I attempt to do something like that with it? Just, like, chuck it towards it.
Sure.
And I assume it's close range, so it's within normal range.
So you're
So
just
that's a third to
okay.
hit.
You miss. So you hear it clatter off the walls. All right. Bear runs forward and gets caught in the bonfire. Oof. Yeah, he takes that damage. Yeah, he's not having a good time. He's dealing with a fire. Um, the skeletons are desperately trying to find their way to something, so they're not being the most helpful. And Draco is uh, casting Dispel Magic, which does dispel the darkness.
Nice.
All right. It is now the creature's turn, which you do actually get a look at because it did not have time to cast on itself. You see a blue-skinned creature in front of you, a cloak of dark brown draping over its shoulders, white hair almost covering most of its face, except for the grinning smile and yellow eyes. You see the slightest of horns poking out from its hood. It's
Muradin has, ugh, you're one ugly motherfucker.
it gives you a smile, and in its voice goes, I could say the same of you. And it swings with its Kanabo. Uh, so it's gonna take two swings with its Kanabo at uh, we're gonna say one at the person who dispelled the darkness and one at the person who created the bonfire. Mrs. Draco hits you.
Oh my god!
Look, that's the
Why
difference
did I
between
even...
rolling a 9 and a 19. Actually, no, a 9 still hits Draco.
Well, now I
Draco
feel
has
a
an
little
11 for
better.
AC. Um, so yeah. Um,
Well, now I feel a little better.
so that's if I can find my dice. All right, 7 damage to Draco. Uh huh. 15 damage to you.
Well, I'll be alright.
And it goes invisible. Uh, then it is Nook's turn. Or no, Tempest. Mixed up initiative.
Okay. I'm going to cast the DM's favorite spell, Dissonant Whispers, as a second.
Don't you need to be able to see it?
Is that a requirement? Hold on.
I think Dissonant Whispers, you need to be able to see the creature.
That's
Go for Arms of Hadar.
And I can go for nothing because I'm spellless. Sorry.
okay.
Oh, wait. I have a spell that can get it if you can't.
Do you want me to hold my turn? You go after me.
By the way, Muradin,
Yeah.
just so you know, you are not currently in your armor unless you sleep in it.
Yeah, I sleep in it.
Okay.
Well, he's been wearing it since he... Well, not this one, but he's been wearing armor to bed for a while.
Okay.
Anyway, I will cast Fairy Fire. Each object in a 20-foot cube is outlined in violet light. And it must make a dexterity 16 saving throw, or the demon will also be bathed in this light.
It fails.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Now I should point out that it can't be invisible, and since we can all see it, we have advantage on attack rolls.
Understood. The invisibility goes away because that is what Fairy Fire does, and y'all have advantage to hit it.
Okay, can I cast Dissonant Whispers now?
Yep.
Nice. Second level.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. That is a natural 20.
I thought it was a save.
Is it a save? Fuck.
You
First
know
nat
what?
20 of the
I'll let you have it this time.
Thank you, because the other one I rolled was a natural 1 and I got so afraid. Let me have this, please. But yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw of 15 is my DC.
I'll let you have the nat 20 this time.
Thank you. So that's 4d6 because I cast it as a second level spell, and then do I
Doubled.
multiply the? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of trash. 11 times 2, 22.
All right. 22 damage.
points of psychic
Understood, and
damage.
I already know the secondary effect. All right. Who's next? Nooks.
So you said we can see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a swing at it with my hand axe because that's like all I can do.
Didn't you throw it?
Yeah, but
Okay,
they can
then
cover
never mind. Then I will take a swing at it with my spear. That's the last weapon I have.
Why do you own a spear? Okay. Yep. Nope. Go ahead.
That's a 5.
You miss.
That's a...
Wow, you really need that scimitar. All right. Bear is going to, who is currently on fire, is going to turn around and swing at it.
I advise you he has advantage. So we all have advantage.
Okay, so he hits on both then, because he would have missed on one.
Nice.
Rolled terribly though, so 7 plus 10. 17 points of damage into the Oni, and Draco's skeleton's all burned in the fire because they are not the smartest. But Draco is going to cast Chill Touch, hitting and dealing 2 points of damage. Nice. Back to the Oni, who can no longer turn invisible, which is unfortunate. And it's going to take 2 swings with its Konobo. Missing once, hitting the second time, against the Barbarian, by the way. Dealing 17 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. I mean, luckily the Barbarian is raging, but yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So he only takes half. Alright. Next on to Tempest.
Okay. I don't even. Okay. Screw it. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. Cause why not?
Yeah, and you get to at least. Yeah, you get to try to hit it twice.
Oh,
Okay.
it is a hit. Look at that. Advantage. That was unhelpful. I rolled the same number. Oh wait, no, I didn't. It's just a 6 and a 9. Hold on. God, what is this number? It's a 6. Okay.
I'll
13.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. Good job.
Oh.
All right. Murden.
Wait, don't you have those minute meteors?
Oh my god, I do. As a bonus action, I would like to send
That's a dex save,
one.
I believe.
It is yes, Dex of 15.
All right, he
Would like
fails.
to send 2 of them.
Fails twice.
So
Rolling the same number.
okay, so the first one is 10 points of damage, 10 points of fire damage, and the second is 11 points of fire damage.
All right. He takes both. He is not happy about any of this. Murden?
Wonderful. So, now that I can see him, I'm going to swing at him with my thunder gauntlets. And as a note, if I hit him, regardless of how much damage I do, he has disadvantage on any attack roll except anyone except me.
Okay.
So that's 25 and 26. Excellent. And I get
hit.
2 attacks, so they both hit. And let me see here. 2d8 for 1. 7 plus 5 is 12, and the other 10 plus 5 is 15.
Okay, so 27 points of damage. So he takes both, not looking too happy about any of this. Bear gets to swing at him twice. Does he still have advantage or no?
Yeah, the spell lasts for up to a minute, or my concentration.
Okay, you still have concentration. He somehow still missed one, but he did hit the other one. Oh,
Doesn't he have
nice.
reckless attack?
15 points of damage. Yeah, but
Yes!
Reckless just gives him advantage.
Right, can't be double advantage.
And then Draco lets off another animate dead, sends his skeleton at him, and the skeleton misses. This is why Draco wanted that book. Basic skeletons suck.
Uh,
And at this point, a portal opens up in your room. It's Dave!
Dave!
Hi, Dave.
One of Dave's eyes just looks in and he mutters a spell doing some very nice psychic damage.
Yay.
At which point, the Oni, not wanting to deal with a King Aboleth, is gonna cast gaseous form and he's gonna skedaddle through a crack in the wall.
All that talk of fear and feasting on it, and it turns out he was just a coward and a bully. Typical, really.
Am I now able to try to grab my patron again? Because, I just can't basically do anything without my scimitar.
Well, you hear some muffled words from the Oni's chest, which was Kel's chest in the room. Um, so you can check that out.
I will.
Is there any sign of Kel?
The muffled screaming might be.
Oh, okay. Gonna go check
I
that
will.
out.
Yeah, let's all go
I'm gonna go
over and
check
open.
out the chest, hoping for my scimitar.
It's locked, which doesn't last long under Bear's great axe. At which point you open it up and kill your scimitar and a few other items of, things like, magical ingredients, that sort of thing, are all there, along with the book that you came after.
I'm going to communicate. Sorry, you can go ahead.
And Kel's tied up and gagged.
Burden will help him out, remove the gag, and start untying him.
I'm gonna talk to my patron and be like, "Oh my god, you're safe." I was worried sick. I mean, I can't do anything without you, basically. You should have seen me. I was defenseless, basically.
Yeah, I didn't see. I was in this chest with this weird fucking changeling. No offense to Kel.
Uh,
And he goes, so, who pissed off an Oni? Or, sorry, I should probably do, the voice.
The voice.
Who pissed off the Oni?
I'm not sure. It
Well, in
it
that
wasn't me.
case, you're sleeping with me from now on.
I will do that. I'm taking extra precautious measures now. Can't lose you again. I'm defenseless.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Duh.
Okay.
Are you okay?
But yeah, yeah.
Good, good. Yeah, good. Fuck Onis. Okay. Uh, Kel is traumatized. Again!
Again?
Kel's our poor little trauma child. You find out from Kel that they have been trapped, um, by the Oni, for the entire time, you guys have been in the Mournland.
Well,
thought
that explains the fireball and cone of cold, at least.
I thought Cal was with us.
Nope.
I thought my patron was with us.
You did have your patron. Kel was trapped, away, by the Oni, and, the Oni took on his form.
Oh, okay, because I was like, who cast the cone of cold?
That was the Oni.
Yeah, I
I don't
remember
think
that.
Kel has Cone of Cold.
I don't think he
In
does.
retrospect,
Listen,
that
it
should have raised our hackles.
Yeah, since that's a 5th level
worked.
spell. Surprised no one went, wow, how did you cast that, Kel?
I was just relieved we didn't have to die fighting the Wraith.
Me too. There was a very scary ghost. My mind was elsewhere.
So yeah. At this point, Dave goes, what the fuck happened to all of you?
Trust me, the details of this trip are better off not being remembered. But
We'll just
if
say
you really
trauma.
want to know, we can tell you back at the university.
Well, I've got to go talk to my aunts and uncles about some stuff. Family gatherings, those sorts of things. We all hate them, but I don't know what they're gonna ask me this time. But I, you know, am at least going to be nice enough to give you a ride because you look like you've been through enough. At which point
Thank you both.
he
Dave.
grabs you, eats with his tentacle, pulls you in. He I need everyone to make me a wisdom save.
Oh, great.
Let's hope we get to bring our stuff this time.
You do. Dave
That's
grabs
a
your stuff.
13.
Is it a DC 10 or DC 15?
DC 15.
You said wisdom?
Yep.
That's a 5.
No, that's a
19.
13.
19, which is fun because, well, I only have +1 to wisdom, so.
Nice. Each of you who failed takes 9 points of psychic damage as you get pulled through the far realm and dropped off in your university. All of your stuff is quickly, put behind you, and Dave goes, well, I've got a family gathering to get to, so I will leave you to all of your fun times. Try not to die. I think I'm subbing for your PE teacher next week. At which point he leaves.
Okay, bye, Dave. Thank you.
Needless to say, we will never speak of what happened to there again. Nobody remembers anything. We got the book. That is what matters.
I
Nobody
kind of feel
remembers anything of what? Your principal is standing behind you.
Muradin turns around and says, "Of the damn near mythical lengths we went to get the book you wanted, dear principal. Draco,
Ah,
show him the goods."
Draco, you grabbed your book. Very wonderful to see. Ah, good. Alright, don't forget to finish up with your special project. I am wonderfully happy to see the rest of you have survived. It would be a very boring year if my four most troublemaking students all died.
Your concern is heartwarming, truly.
Yes. Now, get off to bed. It's past curfew, and you all look like you could very much use some peaceful rest.
Oh, could we ever?
please let me sleep.
And remember, let's all put our stuff in the closet, and I'll cast an arcane lock, just in case anyone tries to steal it again.
And Rocco, I
Oh
would
no,
like a
Nooks is
word with
keeping
you.
her patron with her.
I would like a
I
word
mean, with
with
them.
you before you go off to sleep. Don't worry, Draco will be back with you in a moment. I just want to have a word with him in my office.
Oh, please don't hurry him back on our account.
DM, I'm curious. Can I cast Detect Thoughts while this conversation is happening to see if I can get a glimpse into what they're talking about?
Sure. On who?
Do I want to cast it on the? I'm not going to cast it on the principal. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on Draco.
Alright, what save?
15 Wisdom.
Failed.
Nice.
Um, alright, you here. So you're okay, give me 1 second to think of what is going through Draco's mind. Okay, you here. I'm so done with this special project. I just want to finish up my school year and be done with this. Fuck this prophecy so much. I'm so fucking done with this. Oh, he's looking at me. I don't know what he said. Smile and nod. Uh, uh fucking hell. This project better be fucking worth it. And that's about it.
Okay. Very insightful.
Next time you should cast detect thoughts on an animal for all the good it'll do us. Okay,
Just
let's.
because you task detect thoughts doesn't mean you know everything in the person's mind. You just know what they're thinking at the time, which for him was that.
Yeah, he was just with us.
I was hoping he would say something important, but very on brand for Draco, he is useless.
You could try casting it on the principal if you want. They're still in the conversation.
Yeah,
Sure,
but I'm pretty
why
sure
not?
he
What
is.
is it gonna hurt?
DC 15 Wisdom. Uh, what happens if they succeed? Just want to know.
Let's see. Oh my god. Okay.
Detention. Detention.
No, hold on.
Detention.
This is so long. You initially learn the surface thoughts. As an action, you can either shift your attention to other people's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's
Oh,
mind.
so you could try and probe deeper into Draco's mind.
Sure, why not?
Is there any? You know what? I need a spell. I need a spell attack roll from you to get deeper.
Okay, that's new. Um, that's a 17, and my hit is +7. I'm pretty sure for my spell casting.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna
It
send you it
says,
in a private message, and give me 1 second.
"Ah, yes, this is the first one we've ever done. I'm so excited."
Stupid Tempest. It's not like I like her or anything.
This session has just been straight up trauma.
This session has. It's been weird.
Hey, don't let that buff lesbian friend of yours know. She'll get jealous.
You know, for the time being, I may let it happen just because of who Tempest is right now as a person.
So I hope you all know when Nooks lost her patron, that's about the equivalent of Tempest losing their phone.
Yeah, I figured.
Doesn't feel very good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but Nooks can't even cast spells without the phone. Tempest was still Tempest.
True.
Without
She could
without the
still
phone
cast
or the
spells.
patron. Because I can cast spells without the phone.
That's my
I can
point.
cast spells without my patron.
Yeah, that's my point. Oh.
Sorry for the misspellings. I wanted to do this quickly, so you didn't have to wait too long.
No, it's cool.
He's so panicked his thoughts are misspelled.
That is very interesting.
Oh boy.
Okay, good to know.
And that's where we're going to end our session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Again, if you. That's the wrong screen. Again, if you can follow us, that would be wonderful. It really does help, and reaching that goal will be huge. Will be huge for us. Again, thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.